Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Sabbath Talk. This is your brother Jeremiah. Seemed like the week going by real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like it went by pretty fast. Seventh day. Gonna be transitioning a little later here shortly to the first day. And let me talk a little bit today about I think I'm gonna go from Jeremiah. I have several topics, but this one came today. I had something already while I was working on with the women, but and the Most High, I guess He saw the need for me to knock this one out, but I probably ain't gonna knock it out. It's gonna be another series, so seems like the word is piling up, and I'm gonna have to get busy on this content. But I'm kind of gonna talk a little bit today, and just show you sometimes the righteous go to things, and it just seems like the unrighteous just having the time of their life. They fall until they fall. Like they got it going on. It just seems like you doing the right thing, but yet it seems like you wasn't getting chastised. And just hoping for some encouragement for somebody. And this is Jeremiah in the Bible, Jeremiah in the English, Hebrew Jeremiah. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the righteous. But I'm going to kind of flip-flop around quite a bit and see what I get to today. There's quite a bit of scripture. I'm not done with it. But as you can see, the subtitle up here is Jeremiah's Prayer, or Jeremiah's Prayer. And, he was going through. He was at a time where Israelites had walked off. Just like the same way right now. Nobody hollering keeping these laws. Nobody hollering, contending to the faith no more. They don't want to follow rules and stuff like that. They're not really into that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do that. But yeah, they're not hollering contending with the laws no more and things of that nature. And today it's just like people go through the motion. They think because, you assume because you get away your whole life and you haven't been dead, or you marginalize your life like it's not too bad that you're doing good with God. That doesn't necessarily mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's a fleshly thought. The Most High have an order. He have an order in everything He do. And it doesn't matter who you are, you're subject to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if you're a man, doesn't matter. Even Christ, you know what I'm saying? Even Hamashiach, it says, we read that scripture last week. It says, the head of every man is Christ, and the head of Christ is God, and the head of every woman is a man. So, bottom line, you're going to be in head of somebody, in Ephesians 5:20-25 on down. So, it is what it is. We like to think that we run stuff a certain type of way, but we all, are in submission to something or somebody. So, I'm gonna start out in Jeremiah 12:1. It says, "Righteous art thou, O Yah," as it says, "O Lord" there. Okay. Righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee of thy judgment. And I'm gonna stop here. He tried to make it look, he was questioning the Most High to a degree, but he kind of faded it in where, out of respect, said in a respectful way. I see the brother here, you know what I'm saying? Because it says, righteous art thou. He first acknowledged that he's righteous, you know what I'm saying? Showing position, showing to be submissive. And that's the problem with people nowadays. They don't want to be submissive. They want to try to go against the old way. Especially in this Roman Greek society that we in. You know what I'm saying? It's backwards. You know what I'm saying? And I talked a little bit about that in my last one, so I don't go too much into it. But it's just like, and especially like with couples nowadays, seem like men ain't taking their role. You know what I'm saying? In the positions. You know what I'm saying? So the female rising above them. You know, it's plenty of scriptures up in there. Do not for a woman not to observe herself over a man. You know that's sin. You know, whether we don't want to hear it or not. You know what I'm saying? You probably gonna hear it when I do, because I already jumped on the men a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we fell asleep at the wheel. And while a lot of this is going on, we don't have to adopt the nation's culture. We don't have to adopt what's going on in this society. This society is wicked. And the Most High ain't worried about their laws, because when he calls us all up, he worried about his laws, them 613 laws. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he worried about. He ain't worried about none of this man law. They don't make nothing of him. You know what I'm saying? But he did it righteous, you know what I'm saying? And then he said, let me talk with thee of thy judgment. So he want to kind of talk about, like, hey, man, seems like, man, I'm catching hell over here, and these boys over here ain't doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all right. Like, man, when they gonna, because he got some real beef coming. When you read, but that wasn't even bad enough as it was gonna get later. But at the time, he didn't know he was gonna have much worse later, because the beef he have is in the 11th chapter. Because he got some brothers want to come down on him, and they looking to do something to him. You know what I'm saying? And he talking about running. You know what I'm saying? He talking about trying to get out of there. But they ain't even, much as the problem is, they ain't even the worst part of what he's gonna have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? At the time, he thinking that it is. You know. And he said, let me talk to you about your judgments. And he says, wherefore doeth the way of the wicked prosper? You know what I'm saying? It seems like they just like they doing good. As I said, wait, let me get wicked. Let me show you who wicked. Let me show you. Rasha is the word in Hebrew, right? Means wicked or criminal, right? Guilty one, guilty of a crime, okay? Wicked, hostile to God. Wicked, guilty of sin against God or man. It don't take much for that to see. Somebody morally wrong, concretely wrong, and it says a bad person, overall bad person, ungodly, wicked man that did wrong. So it don't take much to be wicked in the Bible. You know, wicked, guilty of sin against God or man. You know, so we talk crazy to our brother, our sister, guess what? Wicked. I don't care how you want to spin it. I don't care how I want to spin it. It is what it is. And it seems like they prosper. That's what Jeremiah was saying. Wherefore all they that deal very treacherous. He's saying, man, they everywhere. The ones that deal treacherous, the ones that ain't worried about looking the part, but ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But let's deal with this first part. Righteous or thou, oh yeah. When I plead, it says when I plead with thee, yet let me talk with thee. I plead with thee. Okay, righteous thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee. Okay, saying, man, you always been, we know you righteous, and we know, you know, your way is the way. You know what I'm saying? Basically what it's saying. So let me touch on another one. Let's go to the book of Psalms real quick. 111. And 2. And it says here, the works of the Lord, or the works of Yah, is great, sought out of all men that have pleasure therein. And it says his work is honorable. The Most High's work is honorable. It's always right and glorious, and his righteousness endureth forever. And, you know, it says he have made his works to be remembered. His law, statutes, and commandments, his way. It says that Yah is gracious and full of compassion. So sometimes it seems like we just getting whooping and nobody else, like they just riding off in the sunset. Let me tell you something. The Most High got a plan. The Most High got a plan for everybody. The Most High got a position and a place for everybody. A lot of times we don't want to wait on him because we try to think it's in our time. Like we really run. Let me tell you something. It's a whole lot of people got laid down today in the dirt, gonna spend the night in the graveyard, and every little thing they thought they was running is in there. The influence that they had over people is gonna be in that coffin with them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's gonna be in the coffin with them. Believe me, I was on military funeral detail for months and months. Sometimes I'll go to 2, 3 funerals a day. You don't know how many times I pack the casket and sit it down on the podium. Sometimes 2 I did is up with this 3 funerals in a day. You know what? Everything they think, what you stand for, and everything, your influence over people goes right in that coffin. You understand what I'm saying? And gets put in the ground. We hope to leave some type of legacy, but at the end of the day, majority of our personal views and stuff like that are going in the casket. So we need to quit acting like we know better than the Most High, because we don't know better than the Most High at any given time. And He have a way that He gonna do it, and it ain't gonna work with me or you. You know, with the hand on the steering wheel. If we say we're the Creator's child, then we need to pay attention to the Father and let Him look out and have provisions for us. Because as children, we don't see like He sees. You know what I'm saying? We think something is better for us when it's actually something that's bad for us. When we think something is good for us. And we think we know what we need. Most High will put a person in your life to get you where you need to go and make the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? All me. Because when I speak to you, I'm speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't need all this extra. And it ain't verified by the things you see. Because really, the Most High not dealing with your flesh or my flesh. He dealing with the spiritual side of it. And a lot of times, that's going to go in contrary to what you're seeing down here in this realm. It's going to go opposite of that. And this is why people that living on that low frequency and want to stay in there can't see the big picture. You know what? They got tunnel vision. They got, just like them horses, they put them blinders on them, but they can't see to the side. That's them. Thinking that they can see. You know, thinking that they got it right. You know, and Isaiah say what? Israel is like a man on fire. He smelled the smoke. And he blaming everybody else for the smoke, but he's the one on fire. That's true. And you got to know that He got your back. Even though, you know, he was kind of questioning, and I'm not saying he wasn't in the right place, because I ain't never been put in no pit. Left for dead, stuck in mud. He was so stuck, he was up in his armpit. Boy, it took a whole lot of people to pull him out that mud. He was so deep down in that well. You know what I'm saying? They had to put shirts up under, wrap it around the rope up under his arms, hand the rope, and have wrap the rope up with the king's clothing, with a whole lot of clothing. So when he put it up on his arm, they lift him up. It wouldn't rip him up. That's how stuck he was. Ain't never happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was entitled to say what he wanted to say, and he did it respectfully. This is Psalms chapter 36, verse 6. It says, "Thy righteousness is like great mountains. Thy judgments are a great deep." It says, "Oh yeah, thou preservest man and beast." You know what I'm saying? He got, he ain't gonna let us fail, even when it just look like we doing bad and we could be doing better. He got us. He said, "How excellent is thy loving kindness, O Elohim. How excellent is thy kindness, O God," as it says now. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wing. We got to trust that it's gonna be all right. Sometimes it's with a spouse, sometimes it's with kids, sometimes with a co-worker, sometimes it's just a person you love. You know what I'm saying? You have to hope that things are gonna work out with them. You know what I'm saying? Even when they can't see all at a place. You know, the problem is we want what we want all the time, and you know what? It's up to Him. If you want to be successful, you'll wait on Him. You won't be waiting on, you know, just the quick fix. The quick fix gets you, man. It's just like, you know, I see a lot of times You know, a mechanic could come out and fix your vehicle on the road if you break down on the road. And sometimes he'll put a temporary fix on it. That's not to keep riding on. That's to get you back to the yard and get it fixed right. That's not for no burn. But we want that quick fix. Yeah, he can come out there and patch something up. 'Cause I broke down Friday in my work truck. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with a lot of vehicles, because if they keep patching on, that's an old patched up vehicle. That thing will be going having all kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? We keep getting a quick fix. No, it needs to be bust down and fixed. The part needs to be new. We don't need to be running no wire past the fuse box to make stuff. You know what I'm saying? We need to have it the way it's designed for it to be the best results. And we need to quit thinking we got all this power and quit being little kids thinking it got to be our way and pouting all the time. Because you know what? That mess, let me tell you something. I've seen a many people pouting and got packed, and we had to shoot them rifles and fold that flag, and I had to do that slow, present that slow salute for that person, but do that present to a family member. You understand what I'm saying? Man, we need to get out of that stuff. And we need to be satisfied with what he gives. And it says, keep on reading. It says, they shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house. Whatever the Most High gives, however he got us, you know, to prosper. You know what I'm saying? We should be glad with that. And thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasures. For with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light shall we see. See, we can see in our own light, or we can see in the Most High light. O continue thy loving kindness unto them that know thee, and thy righteousness to the upright heart. Let not the foot of pride come against me. See, praying right there, that's a smart man. Don't let when everything going good, you know, I just don't even give attention to the Most High. Everything groovy, baby. I'm good, man. How you doing? I'm blessed, man. Just showing off your little, your little stuff or whatever, and it just, but you ain't showing out to showing off for the Most High, man. Most High got me this, man. Most High got that position, man. The Most High is good. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to keep the commandments? You know what I'm saying? He said the blessing will come and overtake you, pursue you and overtake you. You know what I'm saying? When we get in the blessing, a lot of us get the blessing. We get the cabin and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all extra cool and stuff. Want everybody, I want everybody to see, man. That's stunting. That cloud stuff, man. We gotta quit that, man. And it says, "Let not the hand of the wicked remove me." You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of people want to knock you off your square, man. Would love to get you. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't stand. And you know what? Like I say, it's amazing how people never come up to your events that much, like your birthdays or major events to you. But they gonna come to your funeral. They love to stand over you and just look. You know, because you ain't no threat. And then they want to cry and act like they got so much love for you. And knowing that well, you ain't no threat no more, so I can go ahead on and just give you roses now. But that's a sad case. That is a sad case. It's crazy. And anytime you gonna get a blessing, the wicked are gonna try to Satan, and the wicked they gonna try to come knock you off your square. And you ain't gonna let you ride off good. You know what I'm saying? And that you tight. No, that don't go like that. And it says, they are workers of iniquity. They are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise. Because guess what? At the end of it, they're going to be cast down, the ones that's being wicked, and not be able to rise. Let's get one more psalm. Psalm 73 and 1. It says, truly, Yah, or let's say here, God, truly Elohim is good to Israel, even to such that are of clean heart. The thing about it, the thing about it is, the person with the clean heart, and the Most High is good, you know what I'm saying? You got to know that the Most High ain't gonna leave you hanging. He ain't gonna leave you just stuck out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that at the end of the day. And here you go something. It says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. You know? Seemed like, for telling the truth and standing up for truth, you're gonna go through something by the soothsayers and the mockers and stuff like that, because that was the problem with Jeremiah. He was reminding them of sin, and they didn't want to hear it. They want to continue, but we ain't dead, nothing ain't happened to it. We doing good. The Most High, I get it together right before I die. Making excuses, thinking that they be running some kind of game at the end of the day on the Most High. The Most High saying that moment He will mock you when you try to jump back on teams. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you better have that relationship while the blood run warm in your veins. Too many people are having fun with the pleasures of life, and they minimally viewing life. They don't even see it from a spiritual level. Most people are spiritually dead. They have no understanding. Does it say in the Psalms that a man that wandereth out of the way of understanding is in a congregation of the dead? Walking dead up in here. It ain't just a television series. People out here walking dead sitting in church, and some of them ain't even out in the church. You know what I'm saying? Just walking dead. They don't have no spiritual connection. You know what the best things are spiritual. If you really want to be happy in life, you got to get to the spiritual realm. You can't stay in this fleshly realm. It pays nothing. And even the righteous, you're gonna go through something. Man, it said his foot was slipping. He was almost gone. He was almost done. But I was envious of the foolish when I saw prosperity of the wicked. Man, them boys coming down, having them big bricks of money. You know what I'm saying? Them rappers over there throwing, them big chains and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all this, man, seem like them boys, man, ain't worried about nothing. But look at how many of them getting shot for it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, look how many of them getting shot for it. And how you have to live, and what you got to do in that industry. Because they sure don't promote, like, what's really going on behind the scenes in that industry. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of wickedness in that industry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wickedness. I ain't going to get in there on this video. But, man, they doing stuff uncouth to get that money. You just don't get that money without selling your soul. Or not doing abominations. You're going to do some abominations in there. They'll put you in a dress. First thing they want to do in Hollywood, put you in a dress. David Chappelle didn't want to be in a dress. He had to run to Africa, man. Because they want to put him in a dress. Because, Deuteronomy 22:5 is very clear. A man should not wear anything pertaining to a woman. But it's an abomination to the Lord thy God. You know what I'm saying? Satan got to get you to soil yourself real bad. Greatly sin. And the more you do and the more influence you have over people, the more that you can help his kingdom because they emulate you. You know what? The more of a person, but in the end, when it's no more he really want from you, he'll have you knocked off. You know what I'm saying? And they falling like leaves on a tree right now. Yeah, so in the end we can't be envying that type of stuff. We gotta believe more even when we don't understand like what's going on. We gotta believe in it. So let's look a little bit at what Jeremiah was talking about in chapter 12, because he was going through a little bit. Jeremiah was going through a little bit, so we're going to back up to chapter 11. Go about the 20th verse. Because see, they was plotting, we'll go back to the 18th verse. See, they was plotting against Jeremiah. That's why he was saying in the 12th chapter when we first opened, like, hey, it seems like the wicked is getting away, like they good, man. I'm going through it now. He didn't even know that this was just the start of what was going on. And it says, let's look at Jeremiah 11 and 18. It says, and Yah had given me knowledge of it, and I knew it. Then thou showest me their doings. Because the Most High was giving them game, like, hey, this boy about to come on you, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get together. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter. And I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him down from the land of the living. It says that his name may be no more remembered. See, these boys would couldn't play no games, man. They wanted him out, and you know it's still like that. You know what? You bring righteousness here, man, you're gonna be hated for it. You tell the truth and expose lies, you're gonna be hated for it. You're gonna be talked about. First thing they're gonna try to do is try to bring up some old stuff. They're gonna run the same old tune, bring up the old stuff. You know, the devil like doing stuff like that. Throw it in your face, bring condemnation, you know what I'm saying? First thing you got to do is know your position in the Most High. Yeah, nah, man. I got food like that. I ain't been that person in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that sinner don't live here no more. That's not over me no more. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing people like to do is bring you back. Or they'll say anything to stop your blessing. They'll do anything, you know, possible to hinder your blessing because they just hate you that much. You don't become a threat till you start trying to, like, you decide to be the crab that's gonna crawl to the top of the bucket. As long as everybody is now, cool. But the moment you decide you're gonna make a move, the other crab gonna try to pull you down. What you gotta do is you gonna have to shake that arm or something, make them unloose. You know what I'm saying? And break free from that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But that's people because they sorry like that. And they'll do that type of stuff to you. You know, but he said, man, I feel like a lamb to the slaughter. But, you know, I'm glad you told me, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, they want to destroy the tree that bear the fruit. See, when you, and when you've been in a mature relationship with the Creator, you know, you expand the test of time. You know, all trees started as a seed and little, and then take with time, it puts forth and get tall and start putting forth fruit. You know what I'm saying? It take time. It's not microwave. Everybody want this microwave action. You know what? If you truly want it to work, you better do it the Most High's way. Because man will fail you every time. Say, putting out your trust in man will fail you every time. But when man is backed by the Most High, always win. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But man, this boy said, this boy got food over here. I don't know why they think that they ain't gonna get touched. Cause you somewhat got a relationship. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. See, they want this boy done for. You know what I'm saying? This man done for. It says, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof. Let us cut him off from the land of the living. Well, them boys they want you gone. Didn't they do Yeshua like that? Did his name no more be remembered? But let me see. Let's get his 20th verse. But O Lord of hosts, okay, Yah Sabaoth, you know, Yahuwah Sabaoth. But O Yahuwah Sabaoth in Hebrew, it says that judges righteously, that tries the reins of the heart. Let me see thy vengeance upon them, for unto thee I have revealed my cause. So he said, hey man, I gotta get some justification. This ain't gonna supposed to go like this. I'm doing everything you say to do. I'm being the person you say that I'm living a righteous life. I'm standing up. I'm giving the judgment to the people that you told me to give. And they just gonna just come down on me. Okay, now let these boys catch this fade that they about to get. You know what I'm saying? Let them get all the smoke they're about to get. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When people do that to you, they got a shelf life. And when they come to the end of it, they gonna get touched. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna go good for them. You know what I'm saying? They might can, you know, bother you for a little while, but they gonna get touched. It says, therefore saith Yah of the men of Anathoth. What's this? Anathoth. I'm sorry. And it says, they seek thy life, saying, prophesy not in the name of the Lord, that thou die, nor by our hand. Therefore, thus saith Yah of hosts, thus says Yahuwah Sabaoth, behold, I will punish them. And see, now they in trouble. So they got to a point where the Most High getting ready to interact. See, when they plotting, playing, and they try to take you clean up off your feet, try to get you fired off your job, try to, you know, have somebody come between you and somebody else, and all this whole stuff like that. And, you know, when the devil trying to run his rock, his plan on you, you know what I'm saying, it comes to an end. That person that he using come to an end. Therefore, thus saith Yahuwah Sabaoth, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword. Their sons and their daughters shall die by famine. Boy, the Most High don't play when it's time to play. That's why I say vengeance is mine, said out of Yah. You know what I'm saying? Man, he ain't for to play with them boys, man. All you gotta do is be on the right side so you don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? And there shall be no more of them. For I will bring evil upon the men of Anathoth, even the year of their visitation. So he said, I got an expiration date on their foods, and I got an expected time that cause see they ain't gonna stop to pursue you. So, you know, I'm gonna touch them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna repent. I'm gonna touch them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some of the law in this. Deuteronomy 32 and 4. Cause see, the Most High is our rock in this time. We ain't got to run from nobody. You know what I'm saying? And he got us. Even when we can't figure it out, or we too futile, this human mind gotta feel like it's in control. And see, the spiritual man know how to yield and lead over and put it in the hand of the Most High. But the fleshly man, the one on that low frequency, that low vibration, he just looking at the surroundings. Or she just looking at the surroundings. Man, we got that. No, don't do nothing in haste. You know what I'm saying? If the Most High got it, the Most High got it. If you a child of the Most High and you know he ain't gonna leave you down, guess what? Boom. Okay, you gotta go through like Jeremiah a little bit. Okay, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. It builds character. But the Most High is a rock. We gotta remember, we got the rock with us. You know what I'm saying? He is the rock. His work is perfect. He ain't gonna make no mistake. For all his ways are judgment. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna make the right, and wrong. And it says, a God of truth, a Elohim of truth, and without iniquity. He ain't gonna do right by it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't be no sin to him. Just right is he. He is just right. He is he. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, man, I ain't gonna go into that. That's when, yeah, I probably want to keep reading about the other side of this, but yeah, let's get Proverbs 3 and 25, and it says, Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolate of the wicked when it cometh. See, the thing about it, when something suddenly happens, don't be scared, because see, when the wicked, it tells you that judgment is going to come suddenly upon the wicked. See, they ain't going to have time to fix their mouth to repent. A lot of times the Most High will take you out right then. You ain't going to have time to repent. That's what people don't understand. They ain't going to have time to get it right. They thinking they going to get it right on their deathbed, Let me tell you something. When I got in that accident on that truck, that boy passed out when he was driving. I was on that passenger side. Boy, I'm telling you, I seen my life flags. I can tell you right now. Ain't much time to do nothing. We was going around 50 something miles an hour when we went up in the air with that fuel tank. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Can't tell me. Now, the only thing I can remember saying was, "Oh God, that was it. Oh God, that was it." I think I might have said no in the first part of it. No, 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 or something like that, man. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the, don't trip. When them boys get popped, don't trip. They wanted the smoke. They got all the smoke. Neither the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. You see, man, when they finally get popped for all the ugly that they did, you know, I look at like that case of Duke the Jeweler and Takeoff, and you got J. Prince Jr. around both of them things. I'm gonna call him Dr. Death. You ain't sitting around Dr. Death over there. Allegedly. I'm gonna go ahead so I don't get sued for it. Allegedly. But it wasn't a legend that them two guys wasn't around though. You know what I'm saying? You know. And them boys, that boy got hit up for all them chains, Duke the Jewel and Takeoff. Coming down there just to chill out there H-Town at a party. One of them boys' birthday was on Halloween. Shouldn't even been out there with that foolishness. You know, and that boy gone right now behind that. And he wasn't the one that keeping up the trouble. But guess what? When all get involved suddenly, when the Most High have enough, because I was gonna do a series on that, I hadn't got to it, but in Genesis the Most High said that blood talking to him, and that blood's pleading, the Most High gonna answer that call. The Bible say brim for brim, eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. Guess what? When it's time to get the same smoke, whether you in jail and they shank you to death, or whether you catch a bullet, you know what I'm saying? Eye for an eye, I'll say tooth for a tooth. So it ain't no good. 26. For the Lord, or it says that, as far as Yah shall be thy confidence, and ye shall keep thy foot from being taken. And Yah shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. So we gotta have, man, when you confident, I don't be worried about like all this trivial stuff when people getting all, you know. I remember when I got deployed, man, and everybody was talking about all this G, just all like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? When I get down there to Bosnia, that plane land, I don't be taking no stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. There ain't no plane. Be putting them away, knocking them down. Why's this, why's that? All that tough guy talk because you was in Germany. You know what I'm saying? You hadn't got off that plane hadn't dropped you off in Bosnia and stuff, because we already heard about how them boys gonna chop people heads off and all that old stuff like that. You know, because our colonel had came from over there, and he was saying that he just went through a village that was freshly ethnically cleansed, and they had the heads of men. They had the heads of men on them. Yeah, and you know, I guess we'll get a little bit more game from this one. This is a lot of understanding. Because, like I say, they got time. And it's going to come, fear come upon them. Don't even fear when you see them get the wrath. Because this whole earth is moving way to the point away from the Bible. And man, I'm telling you, Most High for this is the last day. He already drying up all these rivers and stuff, setting the battle of Armageddon together. You know what I'm saying? That's what that whole thing about over there, Euphrates River. You know what I'm saying? The Bible tell you it's gonna be dried up, and it's gonna be war after that. You know, and like I say, country getting into it with country, and China threatening, you know, and all this going on. It's gonna get tight. And it says, And it says, withhold not good from them to whom it is due. You know what I'm saying? When it is in the power of thy hand to do it. You know, pay your dues. When somebody doing right, honor them. You know what I'm saying? Honor them. You know, at the end of the day. Drop down to the 29th. Devise not evil against thy neighbors, seeing he dwell securely by thee. See? That's what them boys should have been doing. They supposed to be providing security, you know. But yet, you know, you're supposed to hang with your entourage. You invited them, you know, in man laws, something happened to them, oh well, you know, my bad. But you know what? The Most High don't see it that way. And you're going to be brought up for the murder of that man. Do you know the Most High got negligence laws? You know, we got a lot of laws from the Old Testament, like common law, negligence law. You know, somebody get hurt on your property. You know, that comes from the Old Testament. That's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you know, but you want to know the secret things? They're with the righteous. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go from here, but we'll drop down to 32. Well, we'll go to 31. Even not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You know, we here in America right now, and we want to envy the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be choosing none of these ways. I don't care if Congress passed stuff for you to do this or that. If it ain't right, it ain't right. For the froward is abomination unto Yah, but his secret is with his righteous. You know what I'm saying? This is why we see when nobody else see. When you're on the right plane with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Psalm 64. And we're going to go by like that. It says, hear my voice, O God, in my prayers, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Because, man, when you making your move, you trying to do what's right, man, they got people, man, plotting to you know, because somebody wants your position. They're not going to say that they do. Rarely. You know what I'm saying? They just going to just try to get you bumped off or get you fired. Or, you know, you should be respected in your position. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. You know what I'm saying? You should be respected. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about that. And people don't care nothing about you how hard you work for it or what you had to go through to get to where you at. They just see they want your position. They don't want to halfway work for it. And they see you out of there. Guess what? You know, it's cool by them. However you get out of there. You know. And it says, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows even with bitter words. You ain't said nothing. You don't even know why these people talking about to their jealous. You know what I'm saying? They hate. You know, they don't want to see you make it. All you have to do is tell them your plans, and they're going to try to do whatever they can do to try to stop the mission. At the end of the day, I was just telling the sister just yesterday, you know, an eagle ain't worried about what's going on in the jungle. At most, you're looking at the top of their heads from the viewpoint, but you ain't seeing their face and hearing what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because you way up there on the spiritual level. You connected, you know, with the clouds. You ain't even connected with the jungle. So whatever is going on in the jungle, I shouldn't be worried about what they saying about this and that. That's jungle matters. You know what I'm saying? I'm an eagle. You know what? I can look at the top of your head, Jack, and just look down. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. I ain't got to be all when they fighting in the jungle. It ain't had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? You know the chickens is one thing. They stay ground. They got wings, but they ain't going too far with them. You know what I'm saying? Man, use them wings and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? They shoot them with them bitter words that they might shoot in secret at the perfect. You over there handling your business, but man, they secretly talking about you. You know what I'm saying? But with you, I ain't calling you bro. The best enemy is calling you bro or bae sometimes. You know, they the best enemies as far as the way it is nowadays. You know, back in the day, it's different than now. See, back in the day, if I had beef with somebody in another hood, and I remember growing up, uh, I stayed in Verde Forge, Section 2. We didn't really get along with Section 1 or 3. Well, mainly it was 3. You know, they ain't very much like us. I remember sometimes we go over there and we talk to a female. This is high school actually. Go over there and talk to a female. They want to throw bottles at us. You know, I remember getting bottles threw at us and stuff like that. It was breaking the glass on the ground. It was hitting on the ground, cutting our legs and stuff. Man. I just hate us because really at school we was the one that everybody liked. You know what I'm saying? And you know, try to emulate a little bit. You know, and stuff like that. And man, them boys hated, and they wanted to get us. But at the end of the day, you know, you ain't got to do nothing to nobody. You know, isn't that we try to violate, but it was what it was. People ain't gonna like you. You just gotta understand. People ain't gonna like you, especially when you're trying to live a life for the Most High. You're gonna see that the world is going to hate you, and you're gonna have to turn, and you're gonna have to bring your position outside of this world. You know what? You can't be looking at negative people and then think that it ain't gonna have an effect on you. You can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know who or what, because I'm not even worried about, you know, somebody had to say, well, I heard this about you, or this and that, this and that. And they had to bring to my attention, because I ain't too much looking at a whole lot of people in their face at all, and not even worried about it. You know, my thing is keep an eye on them, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people hate you, you know. And it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They hide in the dark on how they gonna get you. And like I was saying earlier, back in my day, if you was beefing with somebody in the neighborhood, your whole team, your whole street, your whole community did that. If you was down and you had love, your whole community supported you. You know, all your boys. You know, they wouldn't, their enemies, your enemies would be their enemies. They wouldn't mess with them if they was your boys, you know what I'm saying? But in modern day time, your homies now hang with your enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. In today's time, your homies hang with your enemies. You know, there's plenty of people waiting to see you fall. And the only time that they're going to give you your just due, if they can attend your funeral and stand over you. That's the only time they're going to give it. They don't give it to you at no other time. And it's about being real and keeping it real. And knowing, hey man, that's just what it is. And like you say, the Most High going only in life give you a certain amount of people. Sometimes, some people only going to get just one. And we need to make sure we have our stuff together, so we won't miss, because ain't gonna be a lot of friends. You got a lot of friends, something going on anyway. Hold on, try to focus this light. Okay. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Because see, at some point, the stuff, the negative that they speaking against you, the curses that they trying to apply to your life, are gonna grow up, and guess what? And it's gonna be brim for brim, curse for the curse that they try to put on you, gonna come back on them. And it says, all men shall fear, because the Most God got a day that He gonna judge this world in righteousness, and they ain't gonna get away with it. All men shall fear, and shall declare the work of God, and they shall wisely consider of His doings. The righteous shall be glad in the Most High, in the Lord, as it said, and shall trust in Him, and all the upright heart shall glory. At the end of the day, that's how that's gonna go. Because the Most High, you gotta look at it like this. I'm gonna show you an example. example of the Most High. He's not gonna destroy the wicked. Not the wicked. Forgive me. Uh, he's not gonna destroy the righteous for the wicked. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you an example of it. I'm gonna go to Genesis 18 and 20. This is dealing with Sodom and Gomorrah. We know what happened in that story, and we know this is where we get the word Sodom. I see people try to excuse that stuff. That activity. You can say what you want. You can make a rainbow Bible if you want to, and take this out of it. But guess what? When you stand before the Most High and He gonna judge you in righteousness, I guarantee you it's gonna be back in His book, in His Torah, in His Lamb book of life, or Sefer High. You know what I'm saying? In Hebrew, I guarantee you that. In the book of remembrance, He ain't gonna forget nothing. He got a book of remembrance. He ain't gonna it's all penned. You know what I'm saying? What we done and what we gonna do and what we did. And it says, and Yah said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. Let me see something. Let's look at it. Let's look at something. See if I can blow this up. This is just showing you where Sodom and Gomorrah, the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, still remain today, and are still to be seen. Look at them hailstones in this man's hand. It's so much. Here it is right here. Out the street. Sodom and Gomorrah. It says many remains of bodies embedded in between rocks and cave dwellings. The rock even crumbles. He done burned that sucker so bad that the rock crumbled to a white ash. It'll crumble. Rock will crumble to white ash. It says the rock is so pure that once it is lit with a match, it becomes instantly toxic. So if you take a rock from Sodom and Gomorrah, you know what, and light it, it's gonna be toxic. The soil has amounts of sulfur, 98%. Pure brimstone pellets would be burned extremely hot, while the sulfur in its natural form would be 40 to 45% pure. It says bugs cannot even crawl on the ground in this place today. Behind when it came to lot tops, and the men wanted to rape the brothers, the representation of the Most High, that the Most High Son here in human form, but more of the angelic side. You know what I'm saying? That goes on a lot in this day and time too. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, to show you that these things not just stored. You know what I'm saying? It's archaeological evidence. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to jump to that real quick, because I know that helps in the understanding. Because sometimes we think that's some people think that's historic. They ain't never seen that, but when we don't travel to this place and we don't know what's going on. So we back to Genesis 18, all behind homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? These men was trying to basically kick in the door. Basically it was gonna come in. They was gonna home invade the posterior of these angels that was in there, because the men was talking about how beautiful they were. They were that wicked. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High for to do a judgment here. At the end of the day. And it says, and the men turned their faces from thence and went to Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Most High. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou destroy the righteous with the wicked? So Abraham was telling the Most High, hey man, you gonna destroy that city? He already know his nephew down there and his people. And he said, man, you gonna destroy the righteous with the city? with the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And it says prevention. He said, if there be 50 righteous within the city, I will not destroy and not spare the place of the 50 righteous that are therein. He said, if it's 50 righteous people, that I won't even destroy the city. It says, that be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and the righteous should not be as the wicked that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? That's basically what he's saying. Hey man, I know you ain't gonna destroy the righteous with the wicked. You right about that. And the Most High say, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. The Most High would not. Sometimes people in your family, people that's a loved one to you, or you standing in the gap for your loved one, your wife, your husband, you know what I'm saying, and the wife not called in, or the husband not called in. Do you know sometimes the Most High ain't getting rid of them because of your sake? You see how the Most High got us? So why do we question things when they look a little shady or look a little fishy during some lean times, or times, you know, when the devil wants you to be all scared and stuff and get you to mess your blessing up, get you to be double-minded. Because it say a double-minded man can't think to ask God for nothing. Get you shaken and get you in fear. And get you to question God. And then when it's time to get your dividend, you can't get it because you hurt yourself by default. Shot yourself in the foot. You know? Put, like my Uncle D say, put your own foot on your own neck. You know what I'm talking about? We got to get out of that. The Most High are saving people because of your relationship. You know what? A lot of times, I look at the big picture. I try to live a righteous life. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I try to live the best I can. You know, and I still got work, but you know, to advance to be better. You know what I'm saying, and get there all the way that the Most High had me to be. You know, but am I perfect? No, no one is perfect. The Bible says we all sin and fell short of the Most High. It is not one person perfect, because I haven't met nobody know all 613 laws and can recite them to you. I can barely get somebody to do 15, and 30 is asking a whole lot. 40, pretty much 95% of the people I know can't tell me 40 laws of the Most High. I had to do it on an old one. You know what I'm saying? Now I was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? All praise. Not nothing I did. All praise though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he went all the way to 5. Do you know the Most High wouldn't destroy that place if 5 people was living? 5. Because the only ones left was what? Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters. The other kids that they had didn't stay, so that was 4. And that they wanted to stay. They wouldn't leave. They were warned when you read down. You know. But it's crazy because when you go and look at Lot's wife, or Luke in Hebrew wife, she didn't make it because it was instructions. Don't look back. And see, this is what people do when the Most High is trying to get you to a greater place, to a supreme level of being, to a place where you can cast a frequency to the Creator in a prayer, in a thought, and you within standing, that it can just get there like that. You know, it's not hindered. You know what I'm saying? Get in a good place. You know, that's where the Most High trying to get us, but we want to stay thinking about earthly things and past things and things of that nature like that. And we can't get our full reward. We got to get out of stupid thinking, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got to do better in our thinking and the way we doing. But at the end of the day, we can't advance because she was told, don't look back. What did she do? She looked back. And to tell you, she turned into a pillar of salt. We can't stay in the back. I'm a whole nother man than when I was 17 years old. Period. Whole nother man. And if somebody want to just keep me back when I'm 17, but I remember you was 17, blah this, blah that. I remember when you was 20. You know what? Get out of them conversations. That's a person that don't even want to see you advance. Definitely ain't gonna do you like Jeremiah. That person dead. We ain't even worried about what somebody was doing. You know what? Okay, I didn't have the best of this. I didn't have the best of that. You know what? Whatever. Where you at now? Can you do it now though? The Most High answered your prayers, but you want to sit there and dwell in the past. The past ain't doing nothing. It doesn't matter if people rejected me. People rejected me in a whole lot of ways. They still do. I ain't really worried about it. It don't be no skin on my back like my great grandmother used to say. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give this word and I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do because I made a promise and an oath to the Most High, and because He honored His, and I'm gonna honor mine. Don't matter about all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to see the works of the Most High and to operate in the Most High, and to see things in miracles and different junctions. You know what I'm saying? That most people can't even fathom to see. And be privy, the Most High will give you the secrets. If you keep His commandments. You're not going to get them without keeping them. Period. And she wasn't worried because she looked back. She kept worried about what's going on back there. It don't matter. Well, you're in the present right now. In the present right now. Looking at the future. Or at least a hope to have a future. If the Most High would have us there. But jump down to it done got so bad. He said, man, if you got 5 pre-adventure, there shall lack 5 of the 50, so 45. He had 45 here. 5 of the 50 righteous, wilt thou destroy all of the city that for the lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. He don't the number going down and down and down as you read on. But the Most High is not going to destroy them for that. And I know I ain't going to get to all these scriptures. Man, I'm not even going to get to the scriptures. I worked my way down here to these passages when you go back to 12, but I'm not even going to get down there. I'm going to end it here. Because this going to have to be about a 5-part series just to get this Jeremiah chapter 12. Because I really wanted to get to the just order, but I ain't even going to get there because so many scriptures are coming. And this video, I don't want to make no super long video because I know y'all ain't going to watch. But a few, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, I want you to still live your life, you know what I'm saying? But get this word. And you remember more when it ain't as long. So if you can remember more than just about watching and not remember hardly nothing versus watching and remember something, then it's worth it. But you know, it's the same thing. A lot of, you look at Job's wife. She was riding for the cause, she was down. But you know what? Let Satan get up the serpent, beguiled her. Curse God and die. Okay, well she died. But then stop Ayub's mission, Job's mission. He got another family. He was rewarded beyond measure. You know what I'm saying? Man, don't let nobody take you off your destiny because you worry about the past. The past is the past. Don't be a sucker. Don't fall for that. Your brother, I remember you, brother. You know, you was heavy in the game. You used to do this. You used to do that. But guess what? I don't do that no more. And I'm a man of the Most High Yah. And I take it everywhere I go. And it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a culture, a heritage, and a lifestyle for me. I don't know about the next man. It is what it is. I'm going to get them hats printed up. I talked about it a little bit on my other video. We got the Zeets here. It's 2 different sets. The sister got it sold in, the ribbon. You know, the undershirt. You guys out there, y'all know what this is. wife beater. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it an A-frame shirt. You know what? So we can be in accordance to the scripture. We got the blue ribbon. We got the fringes, tassels. You know what I'm saying? There's another one. There's different colors. There's different color. I got another one back there. I had put it on. I ain't got it on a shirt yet. You know what I'm saying? But brothers, if y'all need some or whatever, let me know. Today is the Most High Sabbath day, so I'm gonna end it here because the Sabbath almost out. I want to pray it out. Today is the Most High Sabbath day, so I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom. All praise to the Most High Abba Yah, and His Son Yeshua HaMashiach. Yo, Israel, the Lord thy God is one. Okay. We serve one power and one Hamashiach, one Son of the Creator. You know, man, stay on your grind, stay vigilant. Don't let nobody take you off your square. Don't let your past get you double-minded, questioning something that you can't fulfill your destiny. Because just as sure as the Most High got a destiny to have you, Satan will try to get you to defile yourself when you can't get it. Or get you to be double-minded and you come up short on the goal line and there ain't no touchdown, the time run out. You know what I'm saying? Live life to the fullest. Don't just exist, live. And y'all have a best day. Shabbat Shalom.